as the global solution. We don't have to say Islam is a global solution, though, but that's what it is. And no one will be granted such goodness except those who exercise patience, self-restraint, none but persons of the greatest good fortune. So that's saying the people who are fortunate are the people that understand that ayat, or those ayats. They understand those ayats and then they're willing to implement them. What do? We educate the white folks on who their real enemy is. We also let them know we understand why they feel the way they do. We understand, because they did the same thing with us. With us, it was Tarzan and Stephen Fletcher and all them people making fun of us. When Jane fell in the water, Tarzan jumped in there with his knife and beat the alligator up and everything else. But the Negro fall in the water and the alligator eat him up. He carrying the white man's load. This is just the way they treated us. When that was something that happened, they used to say a cast of thousands. Nobody knew our hopes, nobody knew our dreams. We was just in the picture. Somebody would pick us up every now and then, and we would be in that cast of thousands. But even the cast of thousands, most of them was white folks. All them great epic films, people out on the battlefield and whatnot. The only people you remember was a star, the co-star, and a few more people, and that was it. You rose and set on their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations. They were important, and you were incidental. And then Tarzan in the jungle talking to people, talking to animals, and the niggas been there for 3 million years, and they can't talk to no animals, right? They can't swing in the trees. They can't do nothing.
They can't fight alligators.
They can't fight alligators. The Negro fall in the water. You remember them old scenes? The Negro fall off a cliff in the water. He's gone. Chop, 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 chop. They did us bad. Now we tell the white man, you feel this way and that way? Yes, I do. Well, here's why. I said, you go to the movies lately? Yeah, I will. You see Kate Winslet, whoever it is, going off into the sunset with what's his name?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. You don't like that, do you? Hell no, I don't like it. What's the other ones? Everybody, do you see all the Negroes getting all the white girls? Star Trek. The latest Star Trek, the Negro gonna run off with the white girl.
And like you said, it's not African Americans, it's always
It's Africans now. Real live card-carrying Africans. They're everywhere. I don't mind nothing. I like everybody to get their share. But they come in here with a plan. It's not a written plan that they all got together and say, but they say, man, they really want to act because the people are starving back home and they see America different. But anyway, the system, the Zionists, the Israelis know what they're doing. They're stroking this hatred. They know the crackers sitting there watching that. And he used to be the hero. When anything happened, shoot, John Wayne, the Peckerwood, the cracker come in there, and he'd make everything all right. It wasn't the white woman. The white woman would fall and hurt herself, and he'd pick her up. You know what I mean? He was the hero. Can you imagine? The hero, 20 years on back, is now getting slapped around, getting his butt kicked, and he can't keep a woman. And they killing him with heroin. to tell him that, brother, you're the target. You are the brand new target. Shoot, out of 70,000 people, they say 7,000, it might be 170,000 people dying per year of opiates. Because there's probably 4,000 or 5,000 Negroes dying now here, and the rest is yours. And those old-time dope fiends, OD, and that's all. So our job, according to the science, according to the environmental circumstances, is to get to them people, like we've been talking all along, and say, hey man, you're being invaded in your mind by Zionists, not by poor Mexicans and Negroes. And then you tell them the truth. You say, if you're fighting that battle, you've already lost that. I said, Mexicans, they're slowing down a little bit on having kids, but they're still, in 2000, they said there was 39 million Mexicans and Latinos and 39 million blacks. That was then. They was incorrect. I said 39 million, I didn't see no. Just think, everywhere did you used to see, in Carolina and all those states, did you see Latinos? You didn't see them. Starting 30, 40 years ago, you started seeing them. 20 years ago, they had Mexican signs everywhere you go now. All the meat packing companies, I don't care where you go, Iowa, you go to the whitest of the white land in America, and they got strong cliques of them there. It's too late to stop that. And is it bad? No, they call it Reconquista, the reconquest. America stole half of the country of Mexico. All of Arizona, California, New Mexico, Texas, Colorado, Nevada from snow, nieve. All of that was El Mexico del Norte, northern Mexico. The United States stole half of their country. Mexico's still a big country, but they was twice as big as they are now. And America stole it from it. The Mexicans call it Reconquista, the reconquest. That's a done deal. They took it. So, on my block in California, I'm from Oakland. And it used to be a black city, a white city, then it became a black city. And on my block, there's only one black family left, mine. I'm staying. I happen to speak a little Spanish here and there. I like it. To me, it's like Mexico. And I love Mexico. That's a done deal. California is done. They're trying to stop it in Arizona. New Mexico is done. Texas is almost done. The East Coast, Florida's got Venezuelans and everybody. So that Puerto Ricans and everything happens just help the Latin thing. Latinos should be our best friends in America because they done knocked this boy. It's a done deal.
On the USA Today, on the front page, they said it was the Latinos, or it is the Latinos, that's saving Catholicism in the U.S.
Yeah, because the Irish them don't want to have nothing to do with no more Catholicism, but them evangelicals are slipping up on it. They got Mexicans now with the Holy Ghost in every city. Man, they playing them guitar, they in Brazil, they everywhere. But here's the point. The point is we're in a time of transition. We're aware of the possibilities, so we have to make the best choice now. That's why, for us, there's other ayats that we can choose. This, to us, explains our situation better. It plays to our strengths better. We have to tell white people, people of color are not your enemy. They're not your enemy. Those big companies, corporate America, is your enemy. How many jobs did Mexicans send to Mexico? None. How many jobs did Chinamen send to China from America? None. Who sent the jobs to China, to Mexico, to Honduras? The companies here, your white companies, sent all your money and your jobs overseas. We didn't send it overseas. We're in worse shape than you, right? None of our lives matter to them. This is what we got. They're talking about black lives matter, blue lives. It says our lives matter. The human life matters. Not only that, but the animal life, the life on earth. You remember the hadith that the fowl of the air, the fish of the sea would pray or make dua for the man of knowledge. It's the same set of hadith that talks about one knowledgeable man is harder on the shaitan than 1,000 worshippers. It's in that same section. It says in our hadith, the fowl of the air, the fish of the sea, will make dua for the knowledgeable man. Look at the fish now. It's half the water, half the stuff in the water is in the ocean is trash. That's hard to believe that half the material in the water in the ocean, and the ocean is not, the Pacific Ocean is 64 or 68 million square miles. The Atlantic Ocean is 41 million square miles. And it's not, it's hard to fathom that half of all of those, that there's more fish or more plastic in the ocean than it is fish. That's what white folks say. Good God Almighty. Can you imagine what the fish is saying? Oh man, the old fish is saying in the old days, we had blue, clear water. Boy, I wish it was somebody, whoever's making this mess, the old fish is making dua. That's what the hadith is saying. For fresh water. For clean water.
Because don't talk about what is broken down. So that's what they're eating. Not just the physical trash that we see, but what's broken down to tiny, tiny particles.
I guess we watch similar type programs. Look, they got camels out in the desert that's got them big chunks of plastic in them. Because they eat the garbage bags that blow and they get hung on something and they eat it. And when they have it, they have like 20-pound lump. Instead of that big lump on their back, they got tons. This man, we got to do a big job quick, or else it's really all over. So let me speed up a little bit. So this thing that happened down in Christ Church, we believe is part of a gigantic conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to divide the people up. See, what we were saying on the program yesterday is we have to be very careful and very pointed about what we do. We don't want the poor and the lower middle class white folks to be mad at the wrong people. They would be, if what they say and the media is true, they're being invaded by people of color. We have to educate them that, first of all, you're not being invaded by people of color. But if you are, whose fault is it? Who's doing all the killing in just the setup of Europe itself? They had Gaddafi just cruising along. He had $34 billion in gold. They destroyed Libya. As soon as they destroyed Libya, then they started destroying Syria. And Afghanistan, they've been over there for 18 years now. So all of those people who didn't have a way to get to Europe comes now to Libya, catches an old rickety boat, and they stand up there like soldiers, and they go across to Europe. So whose fault is it? They're killing all the people in Syria, so the Syrians gonna run off and leave. Where are they gonna go? To Europe. And at the same time, you have a low birth rate. All Europe have low birth rates, right? And Japan have it too. They need those people. It looked like a big scheme going on here. They empty out these countries. They don't care nothing about mixing up races or nothing. They didn't care nothing about mixing us up. The only people cared about mixture was the old poor dumb white folks, and the only thing he had was a white. That's the only thing those poor white folks. Did you ever see the Free State of Jones?
On
yeah,
I did.
When they all